Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the February 3rd South Plainfield Mayor and Council meeting. This meeting has been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, with adequate notice of this meeting being provided to the borough's two official newspapers and published on the borough's website. Public comments are pursuant to Article 4, Section 2 of the bylaws. The presiding officer shall limit such discussion to not more than 3 minutes in duration. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll, please?
Yes, Councilman Benjavanga.
Here.
Councilwoman Faustini.
Here.
Councilwoman Mott.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Bullock.
Here.
And Council President White.
Here.
Thank you. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Councilman Woloch.
Lord, bless this governing body, grant it the courage and wisdom to make fair and just decisions for our community. Amen.
Amen.
Amy, can you take us through a review of tonight's agenda, please?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, this evening we have the approval of council minutes for January 21st. We have 2 proclamations. We have a public hearing for the CDBG block grant funds for the year 2025. There are 4 ordinances on for a second reading by title, 2 ordinances on for a first reading by title. We have 9 resolutions, 1 matter of correspondence, payment of bills totaling $890,295.31. We have 3 matters on for executive session, and we conclude with council reports. And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Council comments on agenda items.
Nothing.
Okay, at this point, I'll open up for public comments. Anyone who would like to address the mayor and council regarding any matters, including those on the agenda, please come forward, state your name and address. We have no one on the WebEx. Ms. Boyle.
Debbie Boyle, Van Fleet.
It's on.
It's on.
We can hear you.
Thank you, thank you, Councilwoman Mott, for all your help in bringing the pictures to Mayor and Council for the Environmental Science Club at the high school for our Windows of Awareness, of Understanding, and which they are now have painted on canvas. Also, the Girl Scouts did a poster for the environment and humanity. And thank you to Councilman Smith for all your support. We put the pictures in Mr. Subs yesterday. 11 o'clock, we did the Girl Scouts because some of them had a dance recital. Then I was back at the high school for the hoop shoot. I know Councilman Smith was still involved at 2 o'clock, so he couldn't be there. I took his picture separately to put the pictures from the high school environmental science club, along with Kathleen Benton, who is part of the Green Team, and the high school advisor and teacher. So they're there. If anybody gets the opportunity, it'll be in Tap Into and the Observer. So take a look at it. It's they came out great. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, close the public portion. Can I get a motion to approve the council minutes of January 21st, 2025, council and executive session?
So move.
Motion by Council President White, seconded by Councilman Smith. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga.
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott.
Yes.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Bullock.
Abstain, I wasn't here last meeting.
And Council President White.
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
Thank you. We have 2 proclamations. First is American Heart Month. Whereas the diseases of the heart are the nation's leading cause of death and stroke is the 4th leading cause of death, and whereas cardiovascular disease claims the lives of more than 650,000 Americans each year, approximately 1 death per minute, and each year nearly 52% of all deaths are due to cardiovascular disease and 60% are stroke related. Whereas too many Americans die each year because they are unaware that heart disease is the #1 killer, and nearly as many die of heart disease, stroke, and all other cardiovascular diseases as the next 4 leading causes of death combined, including all cancers. And whereas February is designated as American Heart Month, and whereas Go Red for Women is the American Heart Association's national movement and call to increase awareness about heart disease, the leading cause of death for women, and to inspire women to take charge of their heart health and reduce the risk for heart disease and stroke. And whereas all women should learn their own personal risk for heart disease using tools such as the American Heart Association My Life Check, Go Red for Women Health Checkup, Go Red Better You, and by talking to their healthcare provider. And whereas taking action and making the right choices relating to the proper nutrition, physical activity, and other healthy lifestyle choices are essential to living a heart-healthy life. And whereas by choosing to improve heart and stroke health, American Heart Association's Go Red for Women asks that across America, women go red and help save lives from heart disease and stroke. Now, therefore, I, Matthew P. Nash, Mayor of the Borough of South Plainfield, in recognition of the importance of the ongoing fight against heart disease and stroke, do hereby proclaim that the month of February 2025 be American Heart Month in the Borough of South Plainfield, and encourage all citizens to show their support for women and for the fight against heart disease and stroke by commemorating this month the wearing of the color red. By increasing awareness, speaking up about heart disease and stroke, and empowering women to reduce their risk for cardiovascular disease, we can save thousands of lives each year. I don't think we have anybody.
Unless we want to.
Why don't you have a
Want
little,
to do it?
yeah.
You want to accept?
Why don't you,
I mean, I'm in red. You want to just do the
Yeah.
women?
yeah, just the women,
Sure.
absolutely.
Once again.
I'm sorry, sir. That's why I wear blue. I wear blue.
I never realized it until I was putting it on. What color you wearing, John?
I just want to say on behalf of the South Plainfield Borough Women's Wellness Committee, we support this women's heart health, and we do it during our spring and fall health fairs. Thank you.
You're accepting this, right? It's also National Black History Month, and whereas Black History Month, also known as National African American History Month, is the annual celebration of achievements by Black Americans and a time for recognizing the central role of African Americans in U.S. history. And whereas Black History Month was started by historian Carter G. Woodson in 1926 and was called Negro History Week, his goal was to educate the American people about African American history, focusing on African Americans' cultural backgrounds and achievements. And whereas since 1976, every U.S. president has officially designated the month of February as Black History Month and designated a specific theme to highlight the contributions that African Americans have made in every field, from science and to the arts to politics and religion. And whereas this year's theme, African Americans in Labor, honors African Americans and encourages all Americans to study and reflect on the value of their contribution to the nation. Whereas Black History Month provides a time for all Americans to recognize and remember the struggles of African Americans for freedom and equal equality. Now, therefore, I, Matthew P. Nash, Mayor of the Borough of South Plainfield, do hereby proclaim the month of February as Black History Month in the Borough of South Plainfield, and encourage all residents to join me in celebrating the diversity and character of our community, and to continue to work towards the ideals of equality, freedom, and opportunity that our country represents. Council President.
Just real quick, as I was thinking about the theme for this year, labor, it sparked a memory of my parents and how hard they worked so that my sister and I could go to Timothy Christian School. And I was thinking back, and I remember my mom's car sitting in the driveway and her walking 2 blocks to catch the bus. And she would take the bus to work, and she'd walk like a block or 2 in to get to her job, and do the same in the evening. Sometimes she'd get a ride. And it never hit me until I was about in my 20s that the reason she was doing that was because it was the 1970s when we had the gas crisis. And so to save money, she was actually walking and getting on the bus taking the bus so that we could attend, Timothy Christian. And my dad would take extra hours working at General Motors. So this is kind of special to me that we're recognizing labor and the contributions. So I just wanted to share that with you all.
All right. We also have the public hearing for the Community Development Block Grant. Let me turn it over.
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini.
Yep, thank you, Mayor. The 2025 CDBG allocation meeting was held on January 28th at 7 p.m. in the Borough Hall Conference Room. If everyone will recall, last year, the CDBG funds went towards a new roof at the Senior Center, which was just actually awarded at one of our January meetings. And, this year, we looked around again to see what really needed to be done. And the Senior Center, being, as old as it is, still has a lot of original things in it, one of which is the kitchen. So we took a look at the kitchen, and with the help of Mr. Jim Patty, we came up with a updated schematic a little bit, and some new cabinetry. It needs new appliances, new flooring. It really needs a complete overhaul and redo. So I presented those plans to the CDBG committee and, shared with them some stats from the Senior Center. I mean, the use and the outreach of the Senior Center continues to grow every year. They're supplying breakfast, they're supplying lunches, they're supplying Meals on Wheels. They're hosting just, the whole senior community daily, 100 people. So it really is something that I think will be, appreciated by that community and definitely warranted. If you've been in there, check it out. So after speaking with the committee and, answering different questions they had about, the way it was going to work, Councilwoman Mott was there as well. They unanimously agreed to put forth what funds we could towards the roof. So the recommendation for 2025 is to apply for $12,500 towards Senior Center salaries, and hopefully, we don't really know the grant amount initially. We kind of get it after the fact, just the way it works. So we're hoping about $100,000 or so, balance to go to the Senior Center kitchen project. And then the meeting was adjourned at 8:03. And I'm looking for the council to support that as well.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Any comments, council?
No, I'm in support of those allocations.
Thank
Amy
you.
or Paul, do we have to open it up for public on this or no?
Yes, you do, Mr. Mayor.
We do.
Mhm.
Is any other council comments before we do that?
None, sir.
All right, just going to open it up for public comments regarding the proposal for the use of the Community Development Block Grant funds for 2025. And there's nobody online. Don't all jump at once. Seeing none, close public portion.
And Mr. Mayor, there is a resolution on tonight's agenda to authorize that grant application.
Okay. Excellent. All right, for final adoption, ordinance 2336.
Sorry. An ordinance to create a new chapter entitled Sale of Electronic Smoking Devices and Electronic Smoking Device Products for the Borough of South Plainfield.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2336?
Second.
Motion by Councilman Benjavanga, seconded by Councilwoman Faustini. Council comments regarding ordinance 2336?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. In the first reading, I abstained because I wasn't too sure, but after reviewing this ordinance, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll open it up for public comments regarding ordinance 2336. Seeing none, close the public portion. Ms. Antonis, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for final adoption, ordinance 2337.
An ordinance of the Borough of South Plainfield, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 17 of the Code of the Borough regarding boards, committees, and commissions.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2337?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Smith, seconded by Council President White. Again, as this is for final adoption, open up for public comments regarding ordinance 2337. Seeing none, council comments?
None here.
No, ma'am.
None
Ms.
there.
Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for final adoption, ordinance 2338.
Bond ordinance providing for improvements to South Plainfield Avenue, Vale Court, Minefield Avenue, Mineford Avenue, and other various roads in and by the Borough of South Plainfield in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, appropriating $1,089,747 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $650,000 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2338?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Wollock, seconded by Councilman Smith. Again, as this is for final adoption, open it up for public comments regarding ordinance 2338. Seeing none, council comments?
None
No,
there.
ma'am.
None. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. And also for final adoption, ordinance 2339.
Bond ordinance providing for reconstruction improvements to the Hadley Road sewer lines in and by the Borough of South Plainfield in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, appropriating $500,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $500,000 bonds or notes of the borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for final adoption on ordinance 2339?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Council President White, seconded by Councilwoman Faustini. Again, as this is for a final adoption, open it up for public comments regarding ordinance 2339. Seeing none, we'll close the public portion. Council comments?
No, ma'am.
None.
None
Ms.
there.
Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. For introduction, ordinance 2340.
An ordinance amending chapters 510 and 515 of the Code of the Borough of South Plainfield entitled Fees and Development Review Fees respectively.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2340?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Council President White, seconded by Councilman Smith. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. And for introduction, ordinance 2341.
An ordinance of South Plainfield, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, authorizing the sale of property known as Lot 12 in Block 364, no longer needed for public use.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for introduction on ordinance 2341?
So move.
Second.
Motion by Council President White, seconded by Councilwoman Faustini, of course. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for resolutions 25-79 through 25-87?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Wollock, seconded by Council President White. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. One item of correspondence, the CDBG minutes from January 28th meeting. Can I get a motion for payment of the bills of $890,295.31?
So move.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Smith, seconded by Council President White. Ms. Antonides, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
Council President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for executive session resolution 25-88 for 2 items of legal matters and 1 contractual.
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Benjavanga, seconded by Smith. Ms. Antoni, can you call the roll?
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Faustini?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mott?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Bullock?
Yes.
President White?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Amy, anything else for us tonight?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just want to announce that the 2025 free rabies clinic is scheduled for Saturday, May 3rd, from 9 a.m. to 12 noon at the DPW garage. And I also posted this morning on the borough's website a listing of all other free rabies clinics throughout
Nice.
Middlesex County that residents are also welcome to attend.
Good.
And that's all I have, Mr. Mayor.
We're looking forward to May. Mr. Miller.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'll just give you a quick update on the capital projects as we're moving forward pretty quickly early in the year. We've already authorized the senior center roof project that was awarded to a contractor. Tonight, we just awarded the funding for the backup generator for the police department and the rest of town hall. That'll be starting very shortly. We're funding the sanitary sewer project for Hadley Road, which will go from Hadley Road across to Hamilton Boulevard by Home Depot. And the funding for South Plainfield Avenue and those and those additional roads. So there's 4 projects right there. We're gonna have going shortly.
Almost as fast as the president's first 100 days.
With that progress.
Glenn?
Yeah, Mayor, you know, to actually just piggyback to what Mr. Miller's mentioning, and I guess everybody's seeing all the work on, that's taking place by the water company on Maple Avenue and obviously on Oak Tree Road. So really, in 2025, I guess those are east-west routes, those 3 main east-west routes on the north side of town that all kind of run parallel with one another, Oak Tree, South Maple Avenue, and Maple Avenue. All 3 are going to be done this year. Maple by Middlesex County, and Middlesex County was going to do it last year, but you know, there was still some work that needed to be done on those water mains. So they're going to be doing Maple Avenue after the school year ends, and obviously you can see the work that's getting done on you know, around Oak Tree, and the grant that you see here tonight. I mean, the ordinance that you see here tonight that was finally adopted included a $414,000 DOT grant. And with that, we're in the middle of our budget process, and with that, progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Chief?
Yeah, Mayor, I'd just like to thank Mr. Miller for this, for Resolution 2586. It was quite a bit of work with the flood elevation requirements, so I appreciate all the help you had with that. That part.
Thank you. And our famed council. Progress. Councilwoman Mott.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, just want to thank you, Debbie Boyle, for all your work you put into doing with the Windows of Understanding. We appreciate that. And Amy, what day did you, what time is Rabies Clinic?
It's 9 a.m. to 12 noon.
Okay,
It's a Saturday.
Thank you.
May 3rd.
That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Faustini.
Yes, excuse me, thank you, Mayor. STEM programming registration is open online on South Plainfield Recreation website. Ponytail registration is also open. This February 21st, Friday night, 6 to 8 at the PAL will be the annual Buddy Ball. And that'll be a superhero theme this year. Anybody who has a buddy to bring or would like to help, registration for that is also available. Now that we updated what we had to, pool registration should be open tomorrow. And also the South Plainfield Cultural Arts Committee is hosting an event for Black History Month. It will be held February 25th at 6 p.m. in person at the South Plainfield Library. It'll be a discussion of the arts with a renowned historian, Dr. Lacey Hunter. So I encourage everybody to attend. And with that, progress.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilman Smith.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to thank Mrs. Boyle for everything she's done with the Windows of Understanding and also for applying for the PSE&G grant for her Green Fair, for the EAC's Green Fair. To Christine Naraka for her work in the Windows on Display, of Windows Understanding. If you do get a chance to go to Mr. Subs, please do see the work of these young people in our community, our youth. To Chairwoman Laparino for her work for the committee to try to get things to work. And for Mr. Bob Longo for his efforts in the Green Team in the Sustainable New Jersey. This year they're going to try to get things, enough points to go to silver. They've been on the bronze for many years. They had a great meeting, and I think between the EAC and the Green Team, our environmental committee is really going to do wonders for our borough this year. And with that,
Excellent.
progress.
Thank you. Councilman Bullock.
Progress, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Benjavanga.
Progress.
Thank you. Council President White.
Yes, progress, Mayor.
Really? That's it? Okay.
Great job tonight, Mayor.
Perfect. Thank you.
Progress.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it, folks. We are going into executive session. We'll be back as soon as possible.
We're not expecting.
We are not expecting